Digital Masterminds, where we bring you conversations with people who are experts in their field. We engage them about their life and professional journey, their vision about the industry they are in, and how do they see the world shaping up. We bring you some thought-provoking ideas about the coming times. Today, we have with us Manav Subhodh, the founder of 1M1B and a formal global ambassador at University of California, Berkeley's College of Engineering, SCET. With over 23 years of experience, Manav's passion is to leverage digital technologies to provide equal opportunities in education, skilling, and entrepreneurship to the young people of India. Today, Manav is leading the development of a future-ready technology workforce and is actively working on the school to work transition with support from the Indian government and several large corporations. Starting in the year 2018 through 2023, Manav and his team co-led with IBM along with Ministry of Education, Skills and Entrepreneurship, one of the largest AI workforce development initiatives across India, including implementation of AI skills, modules and AI as an elective available to 25,000 high schools across India. We welcome you, Manav, to Digital Masterminds.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rajiv Mathur. Thank you so much for having me in the show, and looking forward to interacting.
So first of all, we'll start by asking you, what is your vision for the future of education and skilling in India?
So, this is inspired by my personal story. The future of education has to be practical. The future of education has to be immersive. The future of education is learning by doing. And that's my vision, because that's how I learn. And I see so many young people are learning through that. Of course, we have our own learning styles. We have our own way we grasp, education and, apply that education. But if I were to say the biggest thing that I would like to distinguish here is what is the difference between education and skilling, because often people tend to confuse the two. If I were to say education gets you in the line and skill get you in the door. So what does that mean? Education is what you do in a formal structure. You get your degree, you get your education, you go to a university. It's the degree that all of us are so fascinated about. Of course, they are important, but it only gets you in the line, no matter from which college you are. You might be from an Ivy League, you might be from an IIM, you might be from an IIT, you might be from a tier 2 college, tier 3 college, whatever. But degrees are important for you to stand in the line. But that does not mean you'll get in the door. Now, what does the door mean? Door means corporate door. Door means success door. Door means getting it done. Door means, whatever you want to call success. It could be personal success. It could be money success. It could be whatever you want to, personal branding success. But if you call that the door success, the thing that gets you in the door is the skills you have. And often that is not being taught in our education system. So we need to distinguish that. I'm a big fan of skill-based education, and that's what I believe will be the future. Skilling is the future. Traveling, learning from different culture is the future. Learning outside the classroom is the future. Learning with communities that you're solving a problem is the future. Applying the theory that you're learning inside a classroom and applying it in the real world is the future. Solving real world's problem is the future. So education and skilling that gets you out there, I'm a big fan of it. We need to look at real people, real impact, real education and skilling from that perspective.
Wow, thank you, Manav. That was fascinating and even kind of eye opener. And I really like you said education get you in the line and skill gets you in the door. That's brilliant. And we saw a similar post from you a while ago on social media. So tell us, we want you to elaborate more on the impact of AI workforce development initiative you co-led with your partners.
AI is the world. We see AI all around. One of the things that I believe is AI is just not for computer science students. Whenever you think of AI, you think of, oh, that's a computer science topic, that's a technical topic. No, it's not. We need AI for everybody, AI for all, AI to create a better India, AI to create a better workforce, AI to create a better world, AI to meet our climate goals. So artificial intelligence has this huge catalyst way to empower whatever we are doing right now. And hence, I believe artificial intelligence or AI is for everybody. As much for computer science students, it's for people who are doing biology, people who are doing medicine, even psychology. So that is where AI is, and that's something that I and my team, supported by IBM, is trying to drive. What we are making is AI as a skill topic. Of that, we are creating modules where AI could be incorporated right from grade 6 to 8 as a skill subject, so that you test out AI. You see what AI is like. What you would do probably, you will test out whether you're good in singing or not by doing skill subject. You will probably do documentary making, filmmaking, and today young people are doing fascinating stuff. You need to try it out before you treat it like a specialized subject. So we are talking about AI as a skill subject. Then we are introducing AI as an elective in 11th, 12th, where you can take it as a sixth subject, no matter what background you're coming from. Of course, you need some fundamentals of programming. But today, programming is what presentation skills was to Rajiv us when we were in school. Everybody used to talk about you need to communicate well, you need to present well. Of course, you still need to do that. And I would add that you need to at least know the basics of programming. So, of course, if you know the basics of programming, no matter what your background is, we want this to be as an elective skill subject. So we are working in this category on one side, which is inside the formal structure of education, skilling, and then making it as an elective. We have done the IBM work that my team does with support from IBM, that is now is available as an elective, as an AI skill subject, and is available to the 25,000 schools of Central Board of Secondary Education. So hopefully this will make the AI skilling and AI education program go a long way, more in a inside the system than outside the system. Because when I grew up I was in school in the 1990s, one of the things that we always did was programming. If you want to learn programming, go outside, and there's an XYZ organization that teach programming, because the education degree, and I was doing engineering, it is not going to get you there. So you need to know programming, and the only way to know programming is go outside and do this extra, kind of evening classes, evening training in, all these institutes there that came up. So we did that. The work that I'm inspired with right now is, why not inside the schooling education system? Why do we have to go outside? Why can't skilling and what is required in the real world be part of the formal education system? So that's one side of it. The other side that I would like to talk about, work that I'm doing with Meta, is using AI to create indigenous solutions. And I'm really excited about it. So one, you need to be skilled. And the other is you need to apply and create solutions. So imagine if you have a bot, which is, if you go in Telangana, Hyderabad, or you go to Bangalore, where I stay right now, you go to Delhi, you go to the state transportation, and the bot can tell you when the buses are leaving, when they are going. There could be a bot assisting you which terminal to go to when you're in ISBT in Delhi, or when you're in. So those are local solutions that AI can create in local vernacular languages. And I'm more excited about how we can use AI to make our society part of the computing revolution and solve problems, give information. So I'm going to be leading a big initiative supported by Meta, where we are getting the developers excited, getting college students excited to create local solution and create the local chat GPTs in the open source AI domain, and apply that to create a better India. So that's the kind of breadth and depth of work I'm doing in AI, which I'm very excited about. It can create solutions which can be created in India for the rest of the world, and I'm very excited about it. Given our diversity, given the cultures we have, given the languages we speak, I think we need to localize AI using large language models. So that's something that I will be leading as the second part of my AI project, to develop a future-ready workforce.
Thank you, Manav. This is really, really inspiring, and I think you are doing a lot of work for the future generations, and perhaps in times to come, the future generation, the students and the youngsters would thank you, for what you are doing for everyone. I'm an advocate of education myself, And in the domain that I work with, I really promote that. I work in the security domain, and in the security domain, generative AI is something which helps you take informed decisions. And likewise, you said in every field, AI is going to play a very, very crucial role. So next thing, Manav, we want to know from you is that what is, as per you, the key skills for next 10 years, or we can call green skills, and how AI is going to play an important role in that?
I believe green skills are going to be big. What is the point of skilling? What is the point of education when we can't even create a safe planet where we are staying in? We are looking at creating personal wealth for ourselves, but in this world that is going to come up in the next few years, we need to create a win-win for everybody. You cannot have like a selfish approach to skilling. So according to me, green skilling is going to be huge, not from a philanthropic perspective only. So of course, we need to clean lakes and we need to plant trees. Of course, that's good. That's a good weekend exercise. Let's continue to do that. But how do we make it mainstream? Now, AI and green skill is going to be huge. Now, there are going to be huge number of jobs that are already coming up in green skilling. And I believe green skilling and AI as a combination could be really big for anybody who was looking at, what should I be doing in the next 5 to 10 years? If you're listening to this interview in the next 5 to 10 years, if you're looking at how to really capitalize on some of the assets and skills that you have, green skills is my number one, because the world is transitioning towards net zero. India has taken a goal of net zero. The stock markets are responding to how you're performing on your climate goals agendas. So today, green skilling is the mainstream. It is coming and becoming mainstream. Climate goals are mainstream. Stock markets are reacting to what you are doing. So hence, a lot of corporations have taken climate goals. Renewables is going to be huge in India, and we already see big impact happening on renewables in India. But if you're a specialist in renewables, if you can get up for the renewables workforce, go for it. EVs are already, you can see that wind and solar power is going to be huge. Green energy is going to be huge, as you all know it. So gear yourself up for a green economy. For that, you need to be educated on how, and you need to have some hard skills. Hard skills are, how do I prepare for us to work in the solar industry? How do I prepare for the electric industry? How do I prepare for working in sustainable agriculture? How do I work even as an engineer on working in a technology company, but on low power devices? How, even as an architect, I need to know how to construct buildings which are environmental friendly and which conserve and save energy. We already see that happening. Environment and energy efficiency building. There are regulations that are coming which says your building needs to be energy efficient. Now, how will that happen when you don't even have engineers, architects who understand what that means? Dr. Rajiv, you talked about security, and a lot of us need to understand the whole aspect of how do you create policies. How do you create an environment? How do you create data systems that are energy efficient and also secure? Because that's going to be a huge one. Right? So green skilling is much bigger. It's going to be huge. And the use of artificial intelligence to power the climate goals and power the climate and the green agendas is going to be huge. How do you use AI to save the oceans? How do you use AI for helping farmers water their crops better? How do you use AI to predict weather at a very local level? So AI is going to be huge as well. The use of AI will create intelligent systems, and intelligent systems will save power, save energy, right? So we need to really look at that, and of course, look at AI, which enhances human capacities and not replaces human capacity. So I think bunch of stuff going out there, but just summarizing my long answer. AI and sustainability, AI and green skill is going to be huge and is the future of the workforce. And that's going to be huge in case you want to really gear yourself for it.
Thank you, Manav. This is really inspiring. And I, once this interview is out, I think a lot of people are going to get benefit out of it. I promise that I will circulate in, the entire circle I have, especially the school, the colleges, and the youngsters that I'm connected to. Wonderful. before we say final thank you to you, my last question is that you interact with a lot of young people, and I just said that this video is going to go viral about in the young generation as well. What's that one advice that you want to give to them and about career resilience, or what is that one advice?
So, Dr. Rajiv, I can go on on this. I can go on and on and on and on and on. You need to schedule something separate, but I'll try to summarize it. I'll start with a quote which I learned from my colleague in UC Berkeley, Mark Serrell, who's a senior lecturer and an innovation fellow. And I love what he says. He says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, build a team. And it depends on how, if you're looking at a fast, short career, you want to make money fast, or you want to make money in the long run, if you want short-term success, long-term success, however you want to call it. But one of the things I would call, or rather two things I would say, and I'm making the point for the first one, is people don't know how to work in a team. People don't know how to collaborate because that is not taught in schools and our education system. Our education system is saying one person will win it. Our system is, oh, I am good, you are bad. I don't believe the pyramid is not like this. The pyramid is like this. Many of us can survive. Many of us can be successful together. We are not in this, competition. This competition is a scam, I think. The world is much bigger than the competition spirit and the competitive spirit that has been created in the school and the colleges system. I think we need to go beyond that. Because I've seen many students, many young people who are excellent in colleges and they struggle in the workplace because nobody taught them how to work together. Nobody taught them that, you could be successful together. There's a place in the world for each one of us. Each one of us have a unique talent and we all can be successful and together and go further rather than fast. Of course, it slows you down because, team building is tough and that's why it's a big skill. Problem solving is a big skill. You need to do that, but solve problems together in a team, you will go further. So I would say team building is my number one. I see young people struggle in that. Many top achievers from top MBA schools, they cannot work in team. Give them a solo assignment, they'll try. Give them a team assignment. Oh man, we have a problem because then I'm getting into HR issues and team building issues and psychological issues as well. So that's number one, team building. Second one, I would say is resilience. I'm more scared, Dr. Rajiv, of people who have not seen setbacks. I'm more scared of that versus people who have already seen setbacks and now are trying to overcome it because that's how you overcome. Life is about setbacks. Life is about failures. Life is about ups and downs. And if you've not seen setbacks, if you've not seen them, and if you give up, the moment you see a setback, you have a problem. And we have a problem as a community, as the Indian workforce, as the global workforce, as somebody who's trying to make talented people work and deliver, because talent is not the problem. Resilience is the problem. Working in a team is the problem. Talent, our education system and our family system, our competitive system. Okay, you could be talented, but you could be having those, softer skills, or you could be completely missing out from those softer skills that make you successful. And today I see a bunch of them. I see young people just giving up too fast. Too stressful for me. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. It's been stressful. Of course, please take care of your mental wellness. I'm not saying that. Number one, be happy, but don't give up that fast in the name of mental wellness, in the name of stress. There is a good amount, there's a good stress, right? You go to a gym, you also sweat it out. There's a good stress on your body because of which your muscles shape up. Likewise, when you go in the corporate work, you're working in the gym and your early days, you will go through a stressful situation that will make you a better professional. Please don't give up. Resilience is my number one. Please don't give up. And I find it's heartbreaking when I see people giving up, talented people giving up, talented people changing job every 6 months in lieu of money, or somebody says, hey, I'll give you a work-life balance. Okay, yeah, work-life balance is important and so is important to me. Of course, I've always said personal first and take care of your families because we all work for our families. We need to take care of our relationship. We need to be happy because corporate success is just one element of success. You need to be, the success is much larger than that. But please, resilience is my number one in this case. Don't give up. Don't give up on your relationship on your bosses. Don't give up relationship on your girlfriends. Try it out. Relationships are important. Don't give up that fast, because that's going to make you a better human being and going to make you tough to solve some big challenges later in your career. So go after it, but build that muscle, build that corporate resilience muscle, build that relationship muscle of resilience, build that team building muscle, collaboration muscle, so that it can take you further. Just not the fastest, but you need to go further. Really have big careers. Let's look at it from a 20-year, 30-year horizon, and not from a 2-year.
That was really, really brilliant, Manav, and I'm so inspired listening to you. I really want to go back 30 years and start the process all over again and ask you to be my mentor. But I'm sure a lot of kids, a lot of youngsters would look forward to you as a mentor. So two things, even my takeaway is of course resilience, that kids should not give up, and I agree, even at this age we should not give up. And team building, yes, a difficult one but very important. You can't do without it. So thank you so much, Manav, for coming to Masterminds today, and I'm sure your talk today and your knowledge that you have shared with us will go far to the youngsters of the country, and perhaps outside the country as well. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Dr. Rajiv Mathur. My pleasure to be on Mastermind. Thank you so much for having me, and I hope this is useful for all your listeners. My pleasure to be here. So grateful.